Hello, guys. Teacher Galena here. I thought I'd make a quick no-show theater video to show you guys some of the rewards that I use with older students. I've seen a lot of people asking in the group. Um, my older students, they really aren't that enthused by ice cream. You get ice cream. Boring. Who cares? It's plastic, right? I can't eat that stuff. Wah wah. So these are some of the rewards that I use with older students that they really do seem to enjoy. And older students do like rewards. That is a myth. A lot of people will say, I don't use rewards with the older students. As far as I know, VIP Kid requires or wants us or whatever you want to say. I know the whole independent contractor thing, and some people aren't going to do it. Um, but I personally use rewards with older students. I'm fully booked. I only have 5 Apple feedback, and I think that's certainly a part of it. So, one thing I really like to use, and this is probably one of the more expensive ones I've got, but it's also one of the more versatile because I can use it for a prop as well, are these dolls. Whoops, our shirt's a little mixed up here. So, this is Abby and Emma, and they are something I got on Amazon. They come with these cool little stands so you can set them down, which is awesome. So the student will choose. I usually give them 2 rewards to choose from in the beginning. And then if they pick the dolls, they'll choose which doll. This is Abby, this is Emma. Which one do you want, Abby or Emma? And then they'll choose their doll. And then as we go throughout the class, when they get a reward, I'll give them a shirt. What shirt do you want for Abby? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And this works with pretty much all levels. I was scared to do it with level 2. I don't teach a ton of level 2. I mostly do upper level students. But I've done this with pretty much all levels. What shirt? 1, 2, 3, or 4? Which pants? 1, 2, 3, or 4? And if I'm running behind, that might be all I do. Usually I'll also give them the shoes, and then I'll say, do you want a hat? Some students will say no hat. I'll say 1, 2, or no hat. And I think it's a good chance to practice some of the vocabulary. I can use a lot of the clothing in some of the clothing units. Underwear, jacket, dress. Do you like to wear dresses? So it all comes in really handy. It comes with a ton. There's a whole big box of clothing that it comes with. So you can do dresses. You can have all kinds of fun with it. Shoes. I taught a unit on socks the other day, and I didn't really have a prop for socks. So I used this little shoe and pointed to the white part. Socks. So it comes in super handy. The girls love that reward, obviously. One thing that my older boys really like is this, and this was actually super cheap. I think it was like five or $6, maybe $7. It all came in a box. I think I threw the box away, but it's this tiny book, Plants vs. Zombies. So I'll show them this first and say, do you know this game? And most of them say yes. If not, I'll say, do you like zombies? If they say no, I choose obviously another reward because I know that's something that not all people enjoy. But if they say yes, or they say, oh my God, most of them say, oh yes, I do know that game. I'll say, oh cool, I like to play this game. Do you like to play this game? Oh yeah, all right. So when you do a good job today, I'll give you zombies from the game, okay? And usually they're pretty happy with this one. And then I'll put it like this behind me. And when they do, it's just a trifold, that a thing that I got separately, a whiteboard. And then when they get a reward, I'll grab it and I'll say, what hat do you want for your zombie? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? And most students are pretty quick about picking. If I get one that's a thinker, then I'll try not to use this type of reward. But most of the students are pretty quick, especially at the upper levels, 3 and above. Um, and then, so they'll choose a hat. And he goes back here. Sometimes I'll say he wants to learn English too. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. What head do you want? So they pick a head, and then they pick, what body do you want? 1, 2, or 3. And they'll pick a body, and then I'll leave him like this. And then at the very end, usually when I get to the goodbye slide, I'll ask them what plant they want. It only comes with 3 plants. Nobody really likes this one, so I generally don't use it. So I'll ask them 1 or 2. 1 or 2. And most students pick this one because it's a bomb. Pew. So then at the end, I'll say, okay, let's see what happens when I put this down. Ah! You killed the zombie. Good job. Now he can't eat my brains. Yay! Now I can teach again. Yes. Thank you so much. Bye-bye. So that one's really popular. I have another thing that's really simple that the girls like, which is just 5 cloth flowers that I got from the dollar store. And I'll teach them the name of the flowers in English. So, I'll say, I'll put this here. And this comes in handy too because the word jar is in a ton of lessons. I try to have multi-purpose, and flowers obviously are in the different lessons. So I'll put that there, and then when they get a flower, I'll go, you got a pansy. And I'll type the word in English. A lot of them, for some reason, are really interested in learning about the English names of all of the flowers. Even really, like the older girls, like 13, 14, 15, for some reason they love this one. You got a daffodil. Daffodil. Good. I have daffodils growing at my house. Do you have these flowers in China? Yes? No? Cool. And they really love this one as well. Other things I'll do with the older kiddos, I'll break out my melodica and play a little song. Sorry, I have to grab my music so I know what I'm doing, but I'll just play like a couple line song for them. A lot of kids, the ones that love music, really like that. And then I've got books, song books. So if I have a fast kiddo who I know is going to speed through the material, I'll do a book. So when you do a good job, do you want to read this book or this book? I always give them a choice. Usually it'll be like a book and the dolls, or I have trolls. These are good for like the level 3 and 4 kiddos. You get a troll. But sometimes the older kids don't like those as much. So I'll do a book. There was an old lady who swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed that fly. She won't say why. There was an old lady who swallowed a spider that wriggled and jiggled and tickled inside her. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed that fly. She won't say why. There was an old lady who swallowed a bird. How absurd to swallow a bird. She swallowed the bird to catch the spider. She swallowed the spider to catch the fly. I don't know why she swallowed that fly. She won't say why. And I'll just read like 2 or 3 pages for each reward or sing. Kids love that one. Baby Beluga. Good old Raffi special. Baby beluga in the deep blue sea. Swim so wild and you swim so free. Heaven above and the sea below, and a little white whale on the go. Baby beluga, oh baby beluga, is the water warm? Is your mama home with you so happy? And and I'll just read a few pages for each reward. I've also got this cool hamburger, and I have another one that I haven't laminated yet of all different kinds of foods with plates. So I'll put the links to some of these rewards. This one I got at Target in the dollar section. I'll put the links to some of these rewards that I use below the video. And these I got at the dollar store, as I said, at Dollar Tree. But you can get cloth flowers pretty much anywhere you want. Sometimes students will even ask if they're real because for some reason on camera, I guess they look real. To me, they look pretty fake. But everyone's always like, wow, beautiful. So $5 for those. Just try to pick 5 different flowers that are, so you can use the names and maybe use them for different colors, all kinds of cool stuff. So those are some ideas. Of course, you can also read a book. Like I've got some cool books. This is good for the animals unit. Each one has different like ecosystems, environments, I guess we call them in VIP Kid. So there's a cold environment, and we can read the names of all the different animals. So for the advanced students, narwhal, kangaroo, rat. So you've got some more complex animals that you can use. And we'll just look at one of these pages for a reward. Got all kinds of different fish. So those are some ideas for rewards that will interest the older students. And then, of course, you can also use these as props if you're ever talking about Australia, kangaroos. You've got a ton of things available to use as props also. So there's some ideas for you for rewards for the older students. I hope this helped. Bye-bye.